Bank. And as I speak, they are in a war with Merchant Bank because their logo is first, you first. And then when Merchant Bank also rebranded to become Universal Merchant Bank, they also picked the tagline, you first. So these two banks are now have the same tagline, you first, you first. They went to court and the court couldn't decide and said they should go and sort it out themselves. Because they were saying they've been using that since 1894. But they didn't come to Ghana until 2013. By that time, Merchant Bank has also rebranded. Instead of becoming Merchant Bank, they were now Universal Merchant Bank. And then they took the U first. So the judge said, in that case, you go away. In Ghana, 2 years later, we had our first bank. Which bank is that? Florence will give you £10 if you get it right. First bank in Ghana. Which bank? No?
Merchant.
Standard. There is no bank in Ghana called Standard Bank. You mean Standard Chartered Bank? Yes, you are right. So, Florence, you owe like £10.
Website.
Standard Chartered. So, 1896. Barclays came in 1917. Commercial Bank came 3 years before independence. So, but there's no commercial bank now. You know, you have to get all the names. It's no longer called commercial bank. It's called GCB. No, they said it's called GCB Bank. They don't want you to call them Ghana Commercial Bank. So it's GCB Bank. So because they are all rebranded.
So the G stands for what?
They said it's GCB. They don't want to know what the G stands for. Okay, so very quickly, Mr. Riafi was giving an example of a bank, financial institution coming to you and said, if you bank with me, I will give you a car worth literally thousands of Ghana cedis, isn't it? So what is a bank? We ask ourselves, I mean, were they doing banking or they were doing some other business? Because really, a bank, to give a legal definition, dates back to 1870 in the British House of Lords, now Supreme Court, where there was a lord called Lord Scruton, and he was asked to give a legal definition of a bank. And he said, I cannot give a legal definition of a sausage, but I know one when I see one. Lord. There's a legal definition of a bank and then also a sausage. Well, what he meant at the time was that he couldn't give a legal definition of a bank, but he knew one when he saw one. You all know about the expression high street bank, because at the time, banks were represented by their imposing buildings in the high street. Now, if you go to the city of London, nobody will tell you this building is Bank of England, or this building is NatWest, and so on. So what he then did was to give what you call badges of banking. And if you go into the laws governing banking in Ghana, those badges, they've listed 18. And it's only 2 of them that concern the average of ordinary person. That is an institution that takes money from the public and gives out loans. That's simple. Any institution that takes money from the public and gives out loans. And then because the money they are taking is done on what we call a confidence trade, we have to have a regulator. So they come under regulation. So with what is going on in Nkranza, where Mr. Yafi is talking about, everybody is asking, where is the regulator? Where is the regulator? And the regulator is naturally Bank of Ghana. And presently, they are operating under two main laws. The first one is the Banking Act of 2004, amended in 2007, and then the Non-Bank Financial Institutions Act of 2008. What they are telling us is those two laws are not sufficient to give them